Thanks, Danny. Mystery illness and even death among dogs in a Las Vegas area has some residents worried that their environment may be to blame. The concerns have the attention of community leaders, and as 13 Chief Investigator Darcy Spears says, it looks like what could be causing a pet sickness in Summerlin.
You're too skinny for a big boy.
As you listen to these Summerlin pet owners, a disturbing pattern emerges.
He lost like 10 pounds and he was having all of these neurological issues, like he would shake and tremor.
And his hind legs gave out and he fell to the concrete.
What happened with my dog was really weird. I went to several vets, they have no idea what happened, and it happened when I moved here.
Residents shared their stories at a Summerlin Council meeting at the end of May. It was called to address concerns first raised by dog owner Danielle Del Nodal.
It's been really difficult. He is a big part of our family.
Danielle and Nick's 4-year-old Rottweiler Mowgli was healthy and active before moving to Las Vegas, but since they settled in Summerlin, Mowgli's had a host of health problems: back legs giving out, excessive drooling, mouth sores, and weakness to the point it's now a struggle for him to simply sit down.
Sit. Okay, good boy.
But they're among the lucky ones.
He started acting really strange and dropping a bunch of weight.
Danielle Eiferman lost her 7-year-old border collie Louie after she relocated to Summerlin.
It was the worst thing I've ever experienced. He was my best friend. He was the best. I loved him.
All the pet owners who spoke to the Summerlin Council have taken their dogs to vets.
We spent like $10,000 trying to figure out what was wrong with him.
And we never got the straight answer from anyone.
They just concluded after he spent 2 nights in the hospital that he had an extreme autoimmune response.
With nothing else to explain Mowgli's symptoms, Danielle and Nick began to suspect it was something in the environment.
So we feel that since we've moved here, his health has slowly degraded because of something that they've been spraying in the landscaping.
Her posts about Mowgli's plight ignited a social media firestorm.
Yeah, I think it's been super frustrating to hear about how many neighbors have had pets that have gotten sick.
Danielle reached out to the Summerlin Homeowners Association for answers about the pesticides and herbicides being sprayed in HOA parks and common areas.
What we've asked for is a spraying schedule just to figure out where are these products being used, what specific products you are using, and what Summerlin Council handed back to us are these 2 large packets.
Packets packed with chemical names, scary side effects, and lots of rules about how the products must be used, but Danielle still has questions.
When you see trade secret, you don't even get to know what that ingredient is.
Even the amount of certain ingredients in some products is classified as a trade secret. Here's what we do know.
The chemicals that they're using some of them are extremely toxic to pets and humans. Specifically this one ingredient, Trimec 2,4-D, it's in Speed Zone.
This is the Speed Zone label the Summerlin HOA gave Danielle.
Do not apply this product in a way that will contact any person or pet, either directly or through drift. Do not allow people or pets to enter the treated area until sprays have dried.
But in Summerlin, that's a problem.
The frequency of them being used and when they're being used has been kind of a mystery.
In the landscape contract the Summerlin HOA provided,
I'm seeing here where it says we can provide notice for larger applications, but daily reporting of spot spraying would be cumbersome.
Mm-hmm. Correct, yeah, and it's, these are areas that we walk our dogs every day.
We confirmed that even for larger applications, residents receive no notice. We asked Ray Saliga with the Nevada Department of Agriculture if that's okay.
The state of Nevada does not have a notification requirement for pesticide applications.
Summerlin landscapers also use Roundup. The active ingredient is glyphosate.
Pesticide risk comes from the specific chemistry of that pesticide as well as the exposure to that pesticide.
The American Animal Hospital Association and veterinary experts from the U.S. to the U.K. say when dogs ingest glyphosate, which usually occurs when they sniff or snack on grass that's been sprayed with it, there can be some nasty consequences like heart rate problems, difficulty breathing, convulsions, and more side effects that mimic Mowgli's symptoms like burns in the mouth, uncontrolled drooling, gastric problems, loss of appetite, and lethargy.
We should be using products that are safe to pets and especially us.
No one from the Summerlin Council would go on camera despite repeated requests. At that May meeting, they said they were putting pesticide applications on pause.
Again, we take this very seriously, and we want to make sure that if we're going to start moving forward, it's with a better sense of the next right step.
The council provided a new statement on July 13th, which says essentially the same thing as they said in May. It reads in part, as we prioritize the health of our residents, their pets, and the surrounding environment, we continue to proactively evaluate weed control strategies in our parks and community spaces. The makers of Roundup and Speed Zone contend their products are safe for people and pets when applied according to the label. We have their full statements on our website. But are those products being properly applied in Summerlin? As my investigation continues, we reveal what state agriculture inspectors found and where else pesticides have prompted concerns over pet illnesses and deaths. Join me for that tomorrow on 13 Action News at 6. Darcy Spears, 13 Investigates.